All right, so I live in the back of my van, and right now I'm parked on the Oregon coast overlooking the ocean. I parked at this beautiful spot last night, and I slept here. It's one of my favorite spots that I've ever stayed in so far. And I was thinking I have a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new followers, and my last van tour video kind of sucked. So I figured I'd give you guys an updated tour of the entire van and kind of show you anything that's changed over the last year and a half that I've spent living in my van. Okay, so before you walk into the van, the first thing you'll see is this map right here. And this is a topographic map of Ryan Mountain in Joshua Tree National Park. And my name is Ryan, and I did this hike when I traveled the country last time, and I thought it was a really cool hike, and I thought it would be a really cool way to kind of, one, commemorate that trip, and two, add a little bit of personality to the van. So I got this sticker made, I sent it out to someone on Etsy, and they sent it to me, and then me and my girlfriend stuck it to the wall here, and I think it's a really great addition to the outside of the van, and just the van as a whole. All right, so right next to that, that's my entryway to the side of the van, and this area right here is actually my shower, and I'll show you guys that at the end of the video, but it drains out right here, and it pulls out from a pan right there. So if you stick around to the end, I'll pull that out, and I'll show you guys how that works. But also in this area, I have my countertop extension that folds up like this, and locks into place and gives me a little bit extra space to work on the counter when I'm cooking or doing anything in the kitchen that needs a little bit extra counter space. And I get comments about this all the time, that this countertop doesn't match up with this countertop, and there's no real reason why I did that. It just happened, and I kind of like it, but maybe eventually I'll fix it, but for now, it doesn't bother me too much. So then if you step into the van, the first thing you see when you're looking straight at it is my couch area and then a bunch of storage containers. And for this tour video, I'm gonna kind of go around the van and basically show you all of the different aspects of it in kind of order. And I'm gonna start with this area right here. So down here on my couch area, you have a couple things. So you have my propane detector right here that detects propane leaks because I have a propane tank for my oven right here. And then you have my diesel heater exhaust. So this is how I heat the van in the wintertime. And then the control panel for my diesel heater exhaust that is all built in under this cabinet right here. And then to the left right here is actually my toilet. So if I go ahead and pull this out, it reveals my little cassette toilet. I usually use this for going number one. I don't use it for number two. I typically go to a public bathroom for that, but it's nice to have this in the van as a last resort, or if I ever need to go pee in the morning and I don't feel like going to a bathroom, this is nice to have. This is also on 250-pound drawer slide, so I can sit on it if I need to, and I have a couple times, but typically I don't like to. And then also in this couch area, I have some storage under here as well. So if you lift this cushion up and then you lift this lever up, I have a bunch of storage that's under this bin. I have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that I didn't really have a space for. And pretty much that's just where I store it, because I never really go into this bin ever. And then on the top side, this just serves as kind of my seating area and then my dinner table. So this is actually a lagoon table that swivels out, and I can arrange it however I want. And then I can sit here and like have dinner or do some work with a nice view. Like right now, this is my view from the van from my table. So if I want to sit here and do some work, I can have a nice view, or it's a nice place to have dinner. But yeah, this table's kind of lopsided. I bought an off-brand lagoon table, so it's kind of slanted down. I kind of want to get a new one, but for now it serves the purpose and it does good enough. And then also in this area, I have two 120 volt outlet ports right here. USB, USB-C, and then I have my wireless hotspot. That's a Verizon hotspot that's just Velcroed to the wall right here. And then I have my light switch right here, and these under cabinet lights that kind of span all the way down from here, all the way down under the entire length of the left side of my van's cabinets are controlled with this light switch right here, so I can turn it off and I can turn it on, and then if I hold it down, they'll actually dim, so they're dimmable, which is also pretty cool. And then one other addition that I've added to this area since my last van tour is this little hanging guy right here. Looks like he's like climbing up the wall, but I use him to hang hoodies or hang hats or whatever else I need to keep out of the way. I can just hang it right here, which is a good spot for it. And then directly above all of that, you have two more storage bins up here. And this one is kind of like a junk storage bin. So I just have a bunch of tools, a bunch of equipment, and a bunch of other random stuff that I didn't really have a spot for. This is where it lives. And then next to this bin, you have my kind of coffee cabinet and my kitchen supplies. So I have my Ziploc bags, my coffee, my vitamins, tin foil, a bunch of other random kitchen supplies. They live in this bin. And these little shelves are another addition I've added to some of these cabinets to give me a little bit extra storage space, and they're awesome. It's almost like they were built for these cabinets, but I just bought them from Target. I saw them, I didn't measure them, and they just so happened to absolutely fit perfectly. They wedged in there so they're not moving too, so it's really good to have these. And that's pretty much it for what I'll call my family room area. So this is what I call my family room area, and then we'll move on to my gaming / work area, and then my wardrobe and my pantry. So this area kind of starts off with this big tall cabinet right here, and in the top is my wardrobe and in the bottom is my pantry. So if you open up this top cabinet, you'll see I have a bunch of hanging clothes, and I have some shoe stuff back there. And then another new addition is also I have my soda stream. So if you don't know, I'm addicted to seltzer water. So I have this soda stream where I can just kind of put the bottle in there and pull that lever and get some nice carbonated water or some Diet Dr. Pepper or something like that. whatever I want. So that's a great place for it because it's the only place it really fit. And then I also have all the stickers of all the places I've been to on the wall of this cabinet. And then another addition is this another hanging man where I hang some of my hats to keep them kind of out of the way. So that's the top half of this cabinet, my wardrobe. And then if we close that and we move to the bottom, this is my pantry. So if you pull this open, it has 3 different levels where I can store all of my dried foods. And I try to organize it as best as I can, but it kind of gets discombobulated sometimes. But this thing is absolutely massive and has more than enough storage for like 2 or 3 weeks worth of food. And it's one of my favorite parts of the van build because it took so long to get perfectly fit in there and to get all of the drawer slides and everything to match up. So I'm super proud of how this came out, and it works absolutely perfectly. And also all of these cabinets and drawers have these little RV latches on them. So this latch right here hooks into this little thing right here, and when I close it, it clicks into place so it doesn't come sliding out when I'm driving down the road. And they've worked absolutely perfectly. I've never had any issues with any drawers or cabinets flying open. So directly past my wardrobe and my pantry area, you have my gaming / work area. And when I first moved into the van, this area was kind of my work area because I worked a full-time 9 to 5 from the back of my van. But it's slowly kind of transformed into my gaming area because I don't work my 9 to 5 anymore and I do this full time. So this is where I'll edit videos and where I'll play Xbox and where I'll watch movies and stuff like that. And sometimes I eat dinner here as well. And this area has this nice desk chair that I use for sitting down for playing games. And I had to measure this desk chair out before I bought it to make sure it would fit here. And with both of these down, it barely fits under my desk. And it doesn't leave a lot of room, but I knew I was gonna be sitting there for a while playing games or editing videos or doing work. So I wanted something that was comfortable, so I sacrificed kind of the twisting around, moving around space for comfortability to sit in my chair. I also took the wheels off and installed these like pads so I can still slide it around, but it won't roll around and like move all over the place when I'm driving the van around. And then also while I have this chair pulled out, I'll show you guys under the desk. So this is under my desk and I have my Xbox right there, Velcro to the wall. And then I have my docking station for my laptop. And then I also have an extension cord right here where I plug in my docking station, my Xbox, and then my MacBook charger, and it kind of just hangs down here out of the way. It's not the best wire management, but I never really see under here, and no one's ever really gonna see under here, so I don't really care. So yeah, this area works for me, and then all of this stuff is kind of plugged in up here, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So on the top side of this desk, I have this gaming mouse pad, and I had to search so long for a gaming mouse pad or any kind of mouse pad that was short enough so it could fit on this desk, because as you can see, this desk is only like 30 inches across, so it's not very big. And most gaming mouse pads are extra long. So I had to search a while to find this gaming mouse pad, and it works super well. I love it. It's not the perfect size, but it fits, and it's pretty much as good as I'm gonna get for a desk this small. So also in this area, I have my laptop holder, which is just a Velcro laptop holder. I think it's meant to hold Xboxes and stuff to the wall with these Velcro straps, but I use it for my laptop. So these little straps come up and come out, and then I can unplug my laptop and take it off the wall. And then when I'm driving, I can just strap it back up to here and not have to worry about it moving around or flying around the van when I'm driving. And since I have this plugged in 24/7 and I have it hooked up to my docking station, I never have to take this off the wall to use it. I can actually just turn my inverter on and use this screen as my laptop monitor. And then I have this keyboard and this mouse that I can use to control it, so I don't ever have to take this laptop off the wall. And then above that, I have some artwork and a picture that my girlfriend got me as a gift one year. And I really like the way it looks, so that's where it lives. But then directly next to my laptop mount, you have my camera battery charger that I have Velcro to the wall and plugged into this USB port down here. And then I have 2 120 amp outlets right here. And this is where the extension cord plugs in and just runs down below my desk to kind of keep everything out of the way so I don't have to look at it. And then you have my 2 USB ports right here. And then next to that, you have my Xbox controller mount. That's just this like fold down mount thing on the wall. And this thing has worked super good. I actually just slip it in there, and I've driven off-road all over the country, and I've never once had my Xbox controller fall out of that mount, so it's been super great. And then moving over to the left side, you have my battery monitor that shows how much battery I have left, how much charging I'm getting in, and how much I'm depleting if it's nighttime. And then I have this little plant that I put right here to kind of hide all the wires that run from my TV down below my desk and hook into all of my HDMI ports and stuff. And then all of those wires hook into my curved gaming monitor that I hooked up right here. And this monitor isn't anything special. It's a gaming monitor, and it's actually something that's changed since my last video. So I used to have a 12-volt TV here, but it just wasn't good enough for gaming, so I had to upgrade to this. So this is 120 volts, so it takes a lot more power, but it doesn't really use too much, so I'm not worried about it, and it's just a better experience for gaming and watching movies, and it's just a better overall screen. And as you can see, it's kind of locked into the wall, so it can't like swing away, and I can't adjust it anywhere, and that's so it doesn't move around while I'm driving. But if I pull this little tab right here, it comes off the wall, and then I can adjust it to watch movies in bed, to play games on my desk or anywhere where I'm in the van, and I can watch TV. So it's super nice to have, and then it's super nice that it's able to just click into the wall like that and stay out of the way when I'm driving. And that's pretty much it for my gaming area. And then right above my gaming area, I have a storage bin that has kind of my toiletries in it. So it has my shower head, all of my shampoo, my conditioner, my toiletry bags, some pajamas, and then socks and underwear over here. And then I have another one of these shelves up here too for more space. And then also in this area, I have 2 overhead storage bins. So I have one right here and I have one on the end right here. And this one holds all of my clothes. So it has my shorts, my long sleeve shirts, and all of the clothes that I wear on a daily basis. And then this one on the end just houses some miscellaneous stuff like towels, and then my video gaming router back there, which is hardwired into the van and just mounted to the wall back there. And I put the router in the cabinet because it has these bright flashing lights on them that are super bright at nighttime. And I didn't want them to keep me up, so I just mounted it in that cabinet up there. All right, so that pretty much does it for the entire left side of the van. Now I'm gonna move on to the bed and then the right side of the van, and then I'm gonna show you the shower and take you guys outside and show you guys what's under the bed. All right, so my bed is a full-size bed, unmodified in any way. It's just a 5-inch foam mattress that I bought from Amazon, and it fit back here perfectly, and it's been awesome. I love sleeping on it. I might upgrade to like a 8 or 9 inch soon because this one's a little bit thin, but it served me well for the last year and a half. And also another thing about this bed area is I have these bed boxes on either side of my bed. So if you look right here, you can see that the wall kind of goes in an extra 1.5 inches on this side. And then also behind my TV, you can kind of see it. It goes in an 1.5 inches on this side as well to give me an extra couple inches of sleeping. So I can sleep perfectly flat widthways across this bed with no issues, and I'm 6 foot tall. And I can sleep perfectly fine. I don't have to sleep diagonally or anything at all. It works out perfect. And then directly under my bed area, you have my fridge. So this is a truck fridge, and it has so much space in it. I can keep 3 or 4 weeks worth of food in here. It has a little freezer section up here. It's got a little fridge light. It's not the most ideal location because I can't like fully open it all the way because of this chair, but I'm able to get in there perfectly fine, and I absolutely love this fridge. And it's been great for the last 1.5 years. And then the final thing in my bed area, which is also a new addition since my last van tour, is these 2 little drawstring kind of storage bins where I put a bunch of miscellaneous stuff or anything that I would need to grab when I'm in bed. And it's just super easy to access when I need it. And yeah, I absolutely love these things. Oh, and I almost forgot one more thing in my bed area is this light right here. So it runs the length under the head of my bed right there. It's like a nice reading light. And then the switch for that is kind of down here out of the way because it glows light blue, so I didn't want it to keep me up. So if I tap that, those lights turn off, and they are also dimmable, so if I hold it down, the light will dim down as well. And then also down here, I have 2 USB ports where I can charge my phone while I'm sleeping. So then right next to my bed area, this whole area right here is what I'll call my kitchen or my kitchen area. And starting on up top, I have these 2 overhead storage bins, and on the outside of this storage bin, I actually have my remotes for my TV Velcroed up here. So when I'm in bed, I can just grab them really easily, turn the TV on, change the channel, and then I have a spot to put it so I don't lose it. And then up top in this storage bin, I have just some seasoning, some Tupperware, some kitchen supplies, Pam, and just some other miscellaneous kitchen stuff. And then next to this one, in this storage bin, I have all of my cups, plates, bowls, koozies, another one of these shelves to add a little bit more space. And I don't even know if you can see all of my bowls and my plates and stuff because they're all black. But yeah, these shelves have been awesome. They add so much extra space in the cabinet so I can stack more stuff and not have stuff falling over when I go to open them. And then I have a couple things hanging underneath of these cabinets. So right here, I have my magnetic spice rack, so I can pull these spices down whenever I need to use them, fill them up, and then they're nice and kept out of the way on the ceiling, so I save the space in the van and on the counter so I don't have to worry about it. And these things are actually awesome. They have never fallen off, and I've driven, again, off-roads all over the place, and I've never had one of these spice things fall off. They're actually secured up there very strong with these magnets, so I never have to worry about those. And then directly next to my spices, you have my hanging fruit basket that has right now a jicama in it, and then a bunch of oranges that are probably stale and I need to throw out, but this is also another great way to save space. And then behind this, so behind my fruit basket, you have my magnetic knife rack. So I have all of my knives magnetically attached to the wall right here, and as you can tell, I really like the black aesthetic, and I try to keep it throughout the van. So I got a set of black knives, and I had this magnetic knife strip right here, and I just stuck it to the wall. And again, I've never had any issues with them falling off or coming loose while I'm driving. And then I have my thermometer up here, and right now it's 59 degrees because it's kind of cool on the Oregon coast. So then directly below my knife rack, you have a couple switches and plugs and ports and stuff. And starting on the right here, down on the actual cabinet itself, you'll see this red glowing ring right here. And this is just the switch to my water pump. So if I want to turn my water pump off for any reason, I just click that and it turns off, and then I can turn it back on. And it's just a nice option to have. I've never really had to use it, but if I ever need to turn the water pump off for any reason, I can with this switch. And then directly above that is my water heater switch. So if I turn this on, it turns my water heater on, and I can heat my water up for 15 minutes. and then I can turn it off, and I have 5 gallons of hot water with my hot water heater that's under my bed. And then right next to that right here, I have 2 heavy duty 120 volt 20 amp outlets that I can plug kitchen appliances into, like a blender or a toaster or any heavy duty kitchen equipment that I want to use. I can plug it in right here. And then I have 2 dimmer switches, like the one that controls my lights over there. So this one controls the lights that are under my cabinet, and it's on the same dimmer switch, so if I hold it down, the lights will dim. And that button controls the lights that are down here under my cabinet, so if I turn them on, that's what they look like. And then if I turn them off, that's what they look like. And then this switch doesn't actually work anymore because a fuse blew, and I haven't fixed it, but it was to control some lights that were hooked up right here. But obviously doesn't work anymore. And then right next to that, you have my main light control right here, so I can turn the lights off, and then I can turn the lights on. And then I can use this little pad to like dim it down as much as I want and then brighten it up as much as I want. So if I turn them off, that's what it looks like. And then if I turn them on, that's what it looks like. And then I can dim them down with that switch. And that's basically it for all the ports that I have in my kitchen area. And right next to that area is my sink. So this is a 9x9" quartz sink. It's super small, and as you can see, there's dishes in there because there always is dishes in there because it's so small and I have basically no space to store anything. But it's big enough, and it gives me a little bit of extra counter space on either side having this small sink. So I was willing to sacrifice the size of my sink for a little bit extra counter space. And then back behind my sink, you have this matte black faucet that kind of complements, again, the black aesthetic. It has cold and it has hot water. And it's hooked up to a 30-gallon water tank that's under my bed. And it also has this pull-down nozzle that I can use and turn on a spray function, like that. And also this is what I hook my shower head up to, and when I show you guys my shower, I'll show you how I do that. But yeah, the sink was like 20 bucks from Amazon, and it's worked perfectly, and I love it. All right, and then right next to that, continuing down the van, you have my oven and stovetop combo. So it has this nice glass cover on the top that you can flip up like this, and then pull this away, and this is just something that I put on here as a little cabinet like foam stuff to keep the top glass from rattling against the top of the grill when I'm driving. So this is just something I added. You don't need to have this, but it just helps with the rattling when I'm driving down the road. And then if you fold this up, pull this away, it reveals the 3-burner stovetop, which is an absolute disaster right now. Please don't comment on how disgusting my stovetop is. I know I need to clean it, but I've got 3 burners, 1 in the front, 2 in the back, and they're controlled with these knobs right here. So if I twist this knob, turn the front burner on, and then click this, it lights itself, and I have a nice stove to cook whatever meals I want on, and I never have to worry about running out of power like I would with an electric stove. And then below that, I have an oven, and this isn't the biggest oven ever, but it's big enough for 1 person. It's 17 inches, and it also has this cool little light that you can turn on and see in the back, and then it makes all these rings around the knobs glow blue, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, nothing special about it. It's just an oven, no broiler feature, no extra bells and whistles. It's just an oven that can cook you food, and it's worked pretty well for me for the last 1.5 years. And yeah, that pretty much does it for the top area of my kitchen. So now I'll take you guys down below and show you all of the drawers and the cabinets and all of the stuff that I have down below my kitchen. Okay, so for this area, I'm gonna start over here back next to my bed where I have 4 drawers. So I have a top drawer right here, a second drawer, a third drawer, and a fourth drawer. So up in this top drawer, I have all of my kitchen utensils like my forks, my spoons, my spatulas, measuring cups, coasters, and then a bunch of other just random kitchen supplies. And all of these drawers are on soft close drawer slides, so when I push them in, they close nice and soft. And each of them kind of has their respective things that they have in them. So this one is kind of another junk drawer where I put anything that doesn't have a home, it goes in there. And then down here, I have all of my camera equipment, my gimbals, all of the stuff that I use to record my videos. And then in this final one down here, I have my toaster, my kettle, and my coffee maker, and all of my like smaller kitchen appliances go in this drawer right here. And then directly next to that, you have my big cabinet right here that kind of opens out like this. And in here, you have my propane storage locker. So this is where my propane tank lives, in this sealed locker, and then the hose connects up to my oven and my stovetop so that I can cook. And then I have a bunch of cleaning supplies, floor cleaners, Febreze, some pan dusters, and a bunch of other just house cleaning supplies. This is where they live. And then this is also where my sink drains down and out behind my propane box. And then another new addition is this paper towel holder that is currently empty, that is stuck to the kind of back of this cabinet, which makes it easy for me to grab paper towels when I need them and also keeps them out of the way. So then closing that cabinet and moving down under my oven, this is the final drawer and storage area in my van. And it has all of my pots and pans and cutting boards, and it is a super big and super deep drawer, so I can fit a lot of stuff in here. And then also, if you look back behind it, you get a little sneak peek of what my shower looks like and how that works. But yeah, this is where I keep all of my pots and pans and stuff. And I'm really glad that I made this drawer super big because it can fit all of that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the interior tour of my van. I kind of took you guys through everything. I hope I didn't forget anything. But now I'm going to take you guys outside of my van, show you behind and what's under my bed. And then I'm going to show you guys how my hidden pull-out shower works. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about the inside is up here, above my cab area is where I just have my backpacks, and this is actually where I store all of my dirty clothes. So after I wear clothes and before I wash it, I store it up here, and then when I get to the laundromat, I pull all of it down, wash it, fold it, and then put it back in my actual storage bin up there. But that's just something I don't think people think about when they build a van, is having a place for 1, trash, and 2, for laundry, because you're gonna have to have a spot to put dirty laundry if you're wearing clothes, which most people do. So it's just something to think about if you're building a van. And then one final thing is my trash can is right here. So it just hangs onto the back of my seat right here, and then you lift it up and you can throw all your trash in this little bin right here, and then take it to a gas station or wherever to throw it out. And look at these views. Isn't this pretty spectacular? Van life is pretty cool. I get to sleep here 100% completely free and take in these views. But yeah, so I'll take you guys around back right now and show you guys what's under my bed. So I just recently kind of cleaned this out. It might not look like it because it's still a mess, but this is basically what the underneath of my bed looks like. It's just a big storage area for a bunch of stuff. So on the left side over here, you have all my electrical components and my electronic equipment, and it's kind of just back in this little section right here. Like from here to here back is all of my electronic components, my inverter, my batteries and stuff. It's clearly covered up by all of the mess that I have back here, so I can't show you it. But the one thing I can show you is right here. This is my fuse box, so it has all my DC fuses and my AC fuses in it, and it's super easy to access when there's not stuff in front of it. But I really just need to clean out back here. And then back there you can kind of see the corner of my fridge. So my fridge actually sticks back in the back about 3 or 4 feet. So it does take up a lot of space, but there's still more than enough space to store all of this junk back here. And then over here on the right side, you have my water compartment. So I have all my water pumps, my filters, all of the stuff for my water equipment is housed in this side of the van. And then I have my water fill port right here where I fill my 30-gallon tank. And then my gravity drain port down here where I can drain my tank if I ever need to, but I've never really had to use this. And yeah, that's basically it for the storage under my bed. It's not a lot, and I wasn't able to show you guys that much because it's kind of junky back there, but that's the basic gist of it. And now I'll show you guys the most interesting part, which is my hidden pull-out shower that is right here. So the first thing you got to do to set my shower area up is pull this rug away. And then once you pull that rug away and kind of set it right there, it kind of becomes your bath mat and where you step out onto after you take a shower. And then this drain here leads under my van into my gray water tank. And if you look at it from a plane, you can kind of see that the floor is bowed in towards this drain to get all of the water to drain down in here from my shower pan. I don't know if you guys can see it on the actual camera, but I promise you it is bowed down. And then the shower pan itself pulls out from this long cabinet right here. So if you undo this latch and then pull it out, it reveals my shower curtain and my shower pan. And in order to get this set up, you basically take the shower curtain and you pull it out of the pan like this and pull it up. And then the way that I've built it, you can kind of, once you pull it out of the pan, you can kind of take it and extend it out so you have a little bit more space when you're standing in there. And then I have these hooks on all 4 corners of the shower curtain itself that hook into these little hooks on the ceiling. So I have one here, one here, one here, and one here. And all of those hooks hook in just like this. And then once you have all that set up, you're pretty much good to go. All you need to do is hook up the shower head. And the shower head, as I told you guys, I have it stored up here. So when I'm going to take a shower, I'll take this shower head down, and then I will take this little screw and I will unscrew this and screw this into there. And then I'll just kind of take the shower head itself and just drape it over the side of the shower like that, and this will be plugged into the faucet itself. And then I turn my hot water heater on and I'm ready to take a shower. And if you step into the actual shower, you'll see that the shower pan is just a piece of wood that has been lined with Flex Seal. So I put like 14 layers of Flex Seal on this to keep it watertight. And then there's a drain in this actual pan that lines up with that drain in the floor, so all of the water will drain out down there. And yeah, that's basically how I set up and take a shower in the back of my van. And then once I'm done, I will leave this up to dry out for a couple of hours, and then I'll pack it away and store it back in that drawer, and it's all out of the way and I don't have to worry about it. And it's just nice to be able to pack this away so it doesn't take up that much space when I'm not using it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my updated van tour. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the van. And if you guys do like van life content, I do post 3 days a week, kind of documenting my adventures living out of the back of this van. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you click that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys next time.